guys, welcome back to another video on Movies with James. Today we are revisiting The Girl on the Train. I watched this film last night, me and Hannah did, and this is my thoughts. So yeah, I actually have seen this before, once in the movie theatres here, and we couldn't really remember what actually happened towards the end of the film. We rewatched this last night, and yeah, I kind of found it okay. I think the story, what made me think, oh, this is one I need to revisit because I haven't seen this for a while, is basically because I remember this having a good storyline and like good twists to it, but I didn't know what they were. I couldn't remember what they were, and I just wanted to take another look at it. This was actually a film Hannah really wanted to watch, so this was her choice, and we gave it a go. So what did surprise me about the film was the film's casting. It stars Emily Blunt, who is the main character here, Rebecca Ferguson, Halle Bennett, Justin Theroux, Luke Evans, and Lisa Kudrow. So a few of those names that jump out to me. Emily Blunt obviously is Mary Poppins now, and she's been in, I think it's like Live, Sleep, Die, Repeat, something like that I think it's called. And she's been in Into the Woods and a few other movies that I've seen. But yeah, I really like her, and I didn't realise that was actually her. Rebecca Ferguson, she is in The Greatest Showman, so that's another person that really surprised me. It's like, oh yeah, she's in that film. Luke Evans, local boy, he used to live really local to me actually. You know, Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, Dracula Untold, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit rather, movies. He's been in quite a few now, Luke Evans. And then Lisa Kudrow, obviously Phoebe on Friends. So it was nice, the cast wise, I thought, you know, I forgot that certain members were in the cast. But there's some things that this movie does really well, and there's also some things that it doesn't do so well. I think some of the things that it did do well were its storyline. It's another movie similar to Gone Girl, which we revisited last time. It's based on a novel. So the novel, I believe, is by... Yeah, so the novel is by Paula Hawkins. And it's very much a mental challenging film in terms of 1 minute you're like in present day, then it'll jump 6 months ago, then present day, then 1 month ago, then present day. It does jump around a lot, and the way that the story is told, I think, is very, very good. It makes you question, and there's three different people, and each one of those could be suspects to the disappearance of this girl. So you're literally trying to figure out, okay, but it could be her, it could be him, it could be her, it could be him, and all of a sudden throughout the film you're dotting between each one of the three suspects, and then obviously when it gets towards the end, you then, like 1 month ago or 1 week before, whatever it is, then you start to actually see what actually happened. I'm not going to spoil that in this, but the twist itself I think is really, really good, and writing wise and how it was all laid out, I think it's very, very good. One of the things I think did let this film down though, for me, was the casting. I know I said earlier that some of the casting members were really great, but I felt like, say, Luke Evans' character and also Rebecca Ferguson's character, I feel like they weren't convincing enough in terms of their performances. If they were to act now, especially Luke Evans, I think this is one of like his first major movies. If he was to do this film again, I think his performance would be a lot better, just because of the experience he's had now in the other movies, and also the fact that, you know, he's just gonna be a better actor now. So I think some of the performances were a bit like not as convincing. But the front of the film actually does display this. You've got devastatingly good, incredible, and Emily Blunt is outstanding, and that's how I would very much sum up the film. It was a good story, really good, and Emily Blunt did play the role really, really well. Alcoholic, you know, depression, mental illness, all that stuff is covered in this movie, and it's one to watch. All in all though, I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. I found it to be, you know, rather good. The storyline was very good, and the screenplay itself worked well. The sets, everything like that just looked really, really great. 2 points knocking it down. I found that it was a bit, you know, the acting was a bit so-so, and a bit like, you know, it could have been better in some areas. There was certain casting of 2 cast members that I think they should have had different roles altogether. Mainly the husband, which I believe is Justin Theroux, and also Halle Bennett, who was the female who actually got killed. So yeah, those 2 characters I think could have been improved. But other than that, I think it was really, really good. Another difference I thought was the score was actually done by Danny Elfman, who actually did all the Batman movies in the 90s, early 90s and stuff. But I felt like this score was quite, when you're comparing this to the Gone Girl score, which adds suspense and drama to the film itself, I feel like this film could have done with a better score to add better suspense. I don't think the score for me was like gripping enough to like, oh my god, what's going to happen, you know? So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But there we go, guys. We've revisited The Girl on the Train. Let me know down below if you've seen this film, if you really enjoy it. Have you not? Go and check it out. I would recommend though, nonetheless. Thanks for watching though, guys. Stay tuned for another video coming very, very soon, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.